did this a few times coming back from San Diego with Marge, and it was amazing how quick people
yeah, I watched it.
joined it.
Yeah.
So, not looking like we got anybody just yet. Might be a busy Saturday morning. But here we are, me and my buddy Kevin Tetz, and we are heading down to Athens, Tennessee, to pick up a flappy paddle transmission for his BMW. I've stolen that one from that name from Jeremy Clarkson.
Flappy pedal.
Flappy paddle transmission.
Oh, that's the left pedal. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good. It's about a 3-hour drive, so it'd be a good chance for me and Kevin to catch up, shoot the shit, and we just thought, hey, turn the phone on, and you guys can listen in, ask some questions, whatever you want to do.
You guys in Australia or New Zealand, you've probably got insomnia if you're watching this right now.
What time? Yeah, no, I'm not sure what time it is over there. It's going to be me in the middle of the night in Aussie. But who we got here? Todd Denio's on board. Hey, welcome along, mate. An unfinished dart project. Good to have you here. How you doing, Todd? I know you had some surgery recently. And how's that car of yours? Have you been kind of just sitting there admiring it, that Marlin? Jono's Kowski, welcome along. Oh, we've got 9 people watching already.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's our view. Where are we coming into? Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
So, yeah. Not that startling a view, but yeah.
Pardon me, Chris.
What?
Is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Kevin Tates's truck, the home of the corn economies. What do we got here? Charles Dalton. Someday I'd love to hang out with the two of you.
Hey, Chuck, what's up, man?
On one of these adventures. Yeah, it's always an adventure. It's fun. Todd and I pretty much stuck in bed for now. That's a shame, bud. But hey, she's waiting there. It is at your place now, is it? That car?
Which one?
It's Todd's a regular on the lives.
Yeah,
and
okay.
a viewer. And he was trying to buy this Marlin, a car that he's wanted for 45 years.
Yeah.
And decent car, and he was just a bit short, so we kind of put the hat around, and a few people chipped in to help him make it. And he's got the car. So
no way, that's awesome,
and,
man. Well, congrats, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully his health is not, so he's got a lot of medical bills, which is why he was kind of struggling to make the grade with the purchase. So yeah, hopefully you get back on your feet soon, Todd, and you can kind of start tinkering with it. Oh, Todd and I, it's at a friend's place. Okay, cool. Beagle Bob, hey man, how you doing? Headed to the Chattanooga distillery. We heading to the Chattanooga distillery?
I promised Chris lunch, so whether that comes in the form of barley sandwiches, I don't know.
Barley sandwiches. Always quite like a barley sandwich. Yeah.
In 2 miles, take exit 185B for I-75 north toward Knoxville.
John Zukowski. Sounds like someone had some coffee today. We're just wired up by each other's companies. We're just feeding off each other's BS.
And the roads are good. The roads are bare and salted.
It has been snowing.
Yeah, we've seen some flurries, man. And it's going to be, it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
And getting colder.
Yeah, and up in Canada, that's still 21 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is Celsius, but yeah, it's getting colder, and tomorrow's going to be even colder. But it's now or never. This guy actually has held this transmission for me, and he's held it for me for over a week now, and he's got it advertised, and it's a great deal. So I really wanted to go and get it, and Chris said yes for last Saturday, and I was hoping that he could show up this Saturday because, it's not that the guy and I have struck up a friendship online, and honestly, but if we run into bad weather, or
striking up friends with strange men online.
For I-75 north toward Knoxville.
Just saying.
I'm gonna stop talking now. No, but I was just gonna say it's nice to have Chris here for the, you know, to break the monotony of the trip and bench race, and we're talking about cars and projects and YouTube and
Take
all those
exit
things.
185B.
Oh,
Our navigation is talking to us at the same time. Sorry about that. Who we got? Matt Kennedy. Hi, Kiwi. Here in Massachusetts. It's freezing cold in an unheated garage. Still having fun. Well, that's the key thing, man. As long as you're having fun.
yeah.
Just don't get frozen to the ground and stuck there.
Yeah, don't lick the tools.
Todd Denai's saying there's 200 of these Marlins left. It's a two-door. It's a 1 year only Marlin.
Is it the one with a really long slope?
Yeah.
Back, yeah, I love those cars. Those are great. I built a car model when I was a kid of one of the Marlins.
I think that's the one. Or was your one a bit more notchback? I've got a photo of it somewhere. I'll have to dig it up. But it's a cool looking car. And cold? Yes, it's cold. Old timer, definitely cold. Yeah, I think it's cold. It's nice and warm in the car. I'm gonna have to get out soon. Charles Dalton, I'm supposed to be starting another home project, but I had to say hi. Have fun, gents. Safe travels, Chuck. Yeah. Well, thanks for dropping in, bud.
Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate you all the time. Appreciate you, man.
Chris Robson, I'm living in New Zealand for 3 years. Ah, okay. Where you hail from originally, Chris? Jeff's Coop, hi fellas, looks like the roads are pretty clear. Yeah, there's a little bit of traffic around, but there's not that much snow. There's good surface to be driving on.
Chris, back in New Zealand, did you get roads like this, road conditions?
Not really. A little bit down the South Island.
Yeah.
But North Island, where I was really, the snow's on the mountains. That's about it.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't get as cold as here, and doesn't get as hot as here. Todd Denio, it's warm here. It's supposed to hit 20 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. Todd's well north.
Okay.
And they get minus 60.
Yeah.
That'll kill you, quickly.
Yeah. My cousins up in Canada have been making fun of me like you wouldn't believe.
Nah.
I shot temperature on the hood of the Camaro, and it was 48 degrees the last time I was in the shop. And, no. No, we're not body working. We're not putting filler down. We're not going to do metal shaping at 48 degrees. It's not going to happen. My little mini split electric heater is not going to keep up. It's just not.
No, you got high roofs too.
Yeah.
So, old timer, 14 below this morning here. Wow. Oh, Chris Robson says, you're an Aussie, mate. Okay. So which do you prefer, Chris, Aussie or New Zealand? Let's see, John and Kowski. They are a good bunch of guys, built fiberglass 32 Ford bodies and chassis. Okay. Very cool. Todd and I, unfortunately, they never made a model of the 67. His is a 67 Marlin. They made models of the 65, 66 Marlin.
66, I think, is the one. Yeah. Really interesting looking car, though. Precursor to all the big fastbacks, right?
Yeah.
The Ford Torinos followed that. We had some AMX or AMC cars, I think.
Todd Denio, Chris, the guy you're with looks familiar. Well, he should look me. He's been on your TV screens for how long?
20-ish years.
Couple of decades. Yes, Mr. Kevin Tates of what TV fame are you from? Trucks TV?
Trucks TV, Truck Tech, Classic Rides, Hands on Cars, Carcraft TV, and guests on a couple of other different ones.
Yeah, so he's been around. He's been around. I was lucky enough to meet Kevin on Search and Restore, and we've had a friendship ever since. We kind of clicked back then on Search and Restore, and that was about 15 years ago.
Was it that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have to be sort of 13, 15, something like that.
Yeah.
Because it was before we took my Mustang to SEMA.
True. Ask Chris one time about double shots of tequila at SEMA.
Yes. When a good friend tells you, drink this tequila, it's good stuff, you won't get a hangover, don't believe it. It's
P.T. Barnum say there's one.
sucker born every minute. Oh, he got me messed up on tequila.
Well,
Lord.
you know, we were celebrating. Chris was out there. I had a car out there. It was the last night at the Hilton Hooker Bar, and three of us at the same time decided, hey, I'm going to buy a round of shots for everybody at the table. So,
And the thing probably that little bit of information, little gem that you might need to know is that the hooker bar there is not like today's hooker bars. It's not HKAH.
no,
It's
there's a her.
It's HOOKER. It's a hooker bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were only drinking though.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
most of us were only drinking. There was a couple of single men there that were having fun.
Shopping.
Shopping. Yeah, that's the word. Oh, we've got a little bit of rain and sleet starting to come down. Not really picture postcard stuff, is it? But it's wet. Fortunately, we don't have to take this transmission out when we get there.
No. No.
We just got to like back up, throw it in the bed, and off
Yeah.
to the nearest Cracker Barrel or wherever it is we go to eat. So yeah, but let's read some of these comments, I guess. Todd Janoi, he must be in some videos on YouTube. I haven't had TV in over 20 years. Yeah, Kevin's got his own YouTube channel that's very popular.
Yeah, it's called Paint Education. Paint and Education Mixed. Paint Education. Yeah.
By Kevin Tex.
Yes.
It's so yeah, he's he got plenty of subscribers, but look him up, Todd. He does a lot of good videos.
Well, Chris comes and bails me out every once in a while on a project, and we've done some cool stuff together for AMD Garage, and it's always nice to have Chris there because he's kind of like this flow of common sense that comes into the shop, and we get along pretty good, and it's always fun to work with him. So yeah, if you get a chance, cruise my channel, and it's the same type of stuff: paint and body, car restoration, custom stuff, how to. I don't do as aggressive as stuff as Chris does, but well, no, I guess I do. There's some stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you do some crazy stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, the Dodson project is going to
He's probably not as much of a masochist as I am, as far as let's try and find a harder way to do something simple. That's kind of I slip into that mode occasionally.
Yeah, well, you know, for me, my I guess faith in myself comes from this old saying: it's if you don't know anything, then anything is possible.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
my mantra right there.
Yeah. Sleet, where are you? We are just Todd. We're just outside of Chattanooga.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's definitely sleet, isn't it? Kind of frozen rain.
They've done a nice job of salting the roads. The roads are not slippery at all, so that's a good thing. But the fellow that we're buying this transmission from, he's cautioned me that we're going to have to put it into four-wheel drive to maneuver his driveway, so that's fine.
As long as there's no banjos playing, I'll be fine.
Hey, I make no guarantees. This is rural Tennessee. It's another reason I got a buddy here with me.
Yeah. Todd tonight. I used to do stuff like Chris until health failed me. Yeah, unfortunately that gets to us all. But
Yeah, we all have our moments for sure.
yeah. Now what have we got? Jeff's Coop. Just watch Kevin's show. This is the trans for the Z you spoke of. Yes.
Yes, correct, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. For the 280Z. So I think you said on the video as we're doing this.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of voodoo magic foreshadowing
Yeah.
there, yeah.
What transmission? What is it again exactly?
It's a DCT, a dual clutch transmission. I can't remember the numbers from it, but they came behind the M series BMWs. The M3 particularly had a 4-liter V8 with a DCT. That's the designation 80. That's the beefiest one, and they'll hold incredible torque. But the ones that came behind the turbo V6, N54 is the designation of that engine. They're very, very strong transmissions, and they'll hold to 400 to 500 foot-pounds of torque with the stock calibrations. And if you trim them down, the line pressures and stuff, they'll hold a lot more torque. And I'm putting it behind, it's going to be a mild LS engine, so just in stock trim, it'll be plenty of transmission to go behind that car. And the truth is, I want dual mode. I want to be able to drive around in automatic mode, and as does my partner in crime, camera guy. They want to be able to drive it and not have to worry about clutching and shifting. And the fun thing is the best of both worlds, because this thing is made for paddle shifting because there's 2 clutches. Guys have tuned and calibrated these transmissions for 26 or 0.26 millisecond shifts in a race format. Typically, stock shift is 50 milliseconds when you're bumping, when you're paddle shifting. So, talk about
Got
having
it down to 2.6.
2.6, isn't that
Good
crazy?
Lord.
I mean, that's that's what you hear in those rally cars, right?
Yeah.
So that's what this thing is capable of. So for me, I've never had a paddle shift car. I don't know if I'm gonna put paddles up or not, or just bang it from the shifter handle. But I'm excited about building something that I've never experienced even driving before.
Fair enough.
So there's that.
Yeah. Todd Denier, 280Zs are sweet, especially if you swap in a V8. Yeah, well, that's Kevin's plan. He's got a 5.3, an all-aluminum 5.3 LS to go into it. So the thing will get up and go.
And we're just going to do a stock engine. I'm not going to put a camshaft in it. I'm just going to stay with stock numbers, because it's got, what, 360, 370 horse bone stock, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's going to be just fine. We're going to have headers on it and an intake and some sort of EFI calibration, so we don't need any more power than that. So,
No, that'll be quite very agile.
well,
Actually.
it goes from 138, 140
Yeah.
to 340-ish. That's going to be fun,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And those cars handle great. I had one in the early 90s. I loved that car. It was bone stock. It had a 5-speed like this one, and it was just a great car. It felt so good on the road in the twisties, and I'm nostalgic for that. So we're going to have that and then some nice power to boot.
Yeah, and that LS, the aluminum LS should be lighter than the Z motors.
It saves about 65 pounds.
Nice.
I've got the aluminum LS1 in the Miata.
Right.
And I did those comparisons before when I looked for that engine, and yeah, it saves 65 to 70 pounds depending on the intake manifold that you're using. Of course, we threw another 60 or 50 back at it, putting the LSA blower on it. So
Well,
it's
yeah.
kind of a net zero gain.
Yeah. But too, the mass is shorter. The V8's shorter,
Yes.
so you're going to basically have 2 cylinders less forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we can place it where we want to place it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to jam it into the firewall. You can
No,
actually
you
leave
don't.
yourself enough room to get to the bell housing bolts.
Yeah. And
Unlike the Miata.
yeah, we were stuck where it is.
Don't ever volunteer to take the transmission out of Kevin's Miata.
Son of a
Just
gun.
saying. It's like, yeah, 5-year-old Asian boys can't get their hands down to Kevin's bell housing bolts.
Odd that you plucked that reference so quickly.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's yeah. To say Kevin's Miata's engine is shoehorned in is really just not explain it.
Have you ever ridden
It's
in
like
that
they.
car,
It's
Chris?
like they. No, I haven't been in that car.
Are you kidding me?
No, I've never been in.
Shame on me, man.
Yeah. But I mean that. Yeah, it's not shoehorned in. It's like they got this LSA, supercharged engine and the transmission, and then shrink wrapped what was left of a Miata around it. It's like it's sucked around the engine.
Yep.
It's just
Well,
crazy.
We're using all V8 Roadsters components. The V8 Roadsters really did a super nice job of engineering all of their swap kits. They've got all kinds of the rear cradle is the stock cradle with their 8.8 Ford independent rear IRS.
Which we still may be using that on the Alpine. While I've kind of abandoned the Miata body swap.
Yeah, but that cradle
phase of the
is
album.
self-contained geometry.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you can put it where you want to put it, right?
Yeah, that whole cradle still may go in the back of the Alpine yet. I've got to dig a little deeper into that rabbit hole to figure that one out.
Yeah.
But that's still an option with that Ford 8.8.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so the whole Miata thing is it's very well engineered, and it was Lego Blocks custom car, and but it is tight. If I ever have to change a starter, I've got to drop the whole front cradle, take the engine out of the cradle, drop the long tube header on the passenger's bank, and then pull the starter out because you can't get it out. It sits on the collector. There's no room. So hopefully the starter doesn't cook. So.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you didn't get a remanned one off Rock Auto.
No.
Automotive. No.
No, we got a brand new Delco starter, and I'm just going to tell you, if the starter ever goes on that car, it's for sale. The whole car's for sale.
Vehicle Bob, I rode in a Miata once. It took a couple of minutes to get out.
So I did give Dick Bieri a ride in the Miata.
Oh, yeah.
It took as long for him to get in and out of the car as it is for us to go around the block and me to show the car to him. But he liked it. His line of sight was kind of over the top of the windshield frame. But he's like 6'7", I think 6'6".
Is he really? I didn't realize he's that tall. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that guy. We went to a Cars and Coffee in Columbia, which is close to Kevin, and you had some guy sitting in it.
Yes, his name is
and
Journey.
This guy was a big dude,
So
and he managed to get in there.
He's got the condition that his pituitary gland doesn't shut off. Gland doesn't shut off. He's got that condition to where he keeps on growing.
Oh, wow.
And his name's Journey, and he's a super nice guy, and he's just so chill. He's so funny. He's hilarious, and one of his hobbies, quite literally, is getting into either microcars or small cars. And he came up to me at a Cars and Coffee, and he said, "Hey man, can I get your car?" And this guy was 6'8" and probably 400 pounds. He looked like a refrigerator with a face, and super nice guy. And I'm not a big, overweight guy. It's just he's big.
A lot of yeah.
And I've got a picture of it. I should post it. But he
had his arm out the door.
His knuckles were touching the ground with his arm out the door.
Yeah, not his fingertips, but he actually had his hand kind of like curled up, and his knuckles were dragging on the ground.
And I asked him if he could clutch it, and he said, "No,
not
gonna happen."
Yeah, well, he probably had size 18 feet or something, dude. Yeah. Funny, some of the things that go on. Todd and I'm not used to Chris doing a live stream this early. No, it was very much off the cuff. We were just sitting there chatting, and I'm like, why don't we just do a live stream and see who shows up? And there's 23 people watching now.
That's cool. Well, we watched my episode, and then, chatted about that. I wanted to catch Chris up as to what we were doing and show him how we've made content without having a project. But because we got iced in big time. We didn't get out of our house for 4 days, 4 hard days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No, 5 days.
Wow.
So, but, we're so much better off than a lot of people. A lot of people are still hurting over here, and I think I couldn't believe this watching the news last night. 80-something people have passed away due to this storm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
It's been a bad deal, man.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, and if you look, if you're watching this, Google Nashville and Green Hills. Look at some of the pictures around Brentwood area. It's wild. It's apocalyptic looking, and it's just really, and the ice storms will do that, but it's breathtaking how horrible it is. And that's what a lot of people are facing. Still, 60,000 people in the Middle Tennessee, Davidson, Williamson County area without power.
Yeah, this is a week on, yeah.
That's tough, man, especially with sub-zero temperatures. And we're joking about how cold it is, but when you don't have heat in your house,
then that's cold.
Yeah.
That's when it's cold. Yeah.
Excuse me. So anyway, thoughts go out to those guys, and hoping everybody pulls together, and the amazing film or line crews and utilities people, people from all kinds of different states are helping us here in Tennessee as well. So that's nice.
Yeah, well, Steve, that's that's usually helping me during the week and doing the camera and stuff like that. He's been tied up with his day job, shall we speak, which is
Yeah.
normally 6 to 2. But he's been doing long days, helping clear stuff and just helping them with the city, just clearing stuff. So he's been doing long, hard days. So I haven't seen him at the shop all week. So
Wow, yeah.
I'm a little light on videos this week, partly because of that, and partly having my own power out and stuff like that. So I don't actually have a video to put up this weekend at all.
Yeah.
So here we are. You get to see me live. That's all you get this weekend, and him.
Yeah. Chris does a great job on his videos, and I know a lot of people watch and appreciate the amount of time that it takes to do these, but it's a huge investment, and that's one of the things we were talking about is it's a huge time investment, and we love doing it, of course. We love showing stuff off, and Chris, that's one of the reasons that Chris came down to volunteer on Search and Restore 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Because you want to help out, you want to show off your skills, and you want to maybe give somebody some encouragement on doing it themselves, perhaps.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the truth is, your business is Kiwi Classics and Customs.
Oh, that's the money maker. Yeah, YouTube is definitely the side gig or side hobby almost. But yeah, it's a bit of fun. I enjoy interacting with all the guys, the regulars, and I do believe I've helped a reasonable amount of people with what they're doing. Certainly that's the vibe I get from the feedback in the comments.
Yeah, I think
which is always really great.
Not to blow smoke here, but I think one of the biggest values of your channel is educating people on how to look at a classic car, whether you own it or whether you want to buy it. You really educate people very well as to problem areas and what to look for and how to vet out and how to qualify a car. So I appreciate your channel for that, big time.
Oh, cheers. What do we got here? Todd denier. Chris, hope some year I hope you decide to visit my area, whether on vacation or business, to buy a car. There you go. Well, yeah, you never know. Never say never. You just don't know.
Where's he at?
Gosh, where are you again, Todd? I know you did tell me, but it's quite northern. I remember that, but I'm not very good at remembering names. Todd and I would love to have you check out the Marlin and be able to thank you in person. Well, you just never know, mate. I'm trying to get through enough of my big projects that I can have a bit more time. Just traveling the country a little bit, seeing a few things, and just doing a little bit more, hobby side of it. Just doing a bit more of it for fun rather than just working on everyone else's car. Jeff's Coupe. We dodged the bullet in Minnesota. Snow and sleet, bad enough.
You guys are
but not like
you're dodging other bullets in Minnesota.
Oh well, yeah. Oh Lord, yeah. But not like the areas around Oxford, Missouri, with ice. Yeah, okay. Well, you're lucky.
Yeah, Jeremy Bumpus, the hot rod shop in Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
They're still without power.
Wow.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, his wife Kim has been posting, and of course Jeremy's kicking out videos all the time. I guess he's got a bunch banked, but yeah, they got hit pretty hard. They're in kind of in a small town, so it just hits differently, different places.
And what have we got? Sir Ghost is asking about carburetors. What would be the largest carburetor and best brand for a stock 289? Well, Todd's already answered you. I would have to concur with Todd's answer, actually. That 550 to 600, you do not need anything more than a 600. 600 is sort of the cheapest carburetor to buy. To go down to what bar.
Is that going to dump it?